have a trip to Dagenham and Redbridge tomorrow. What's been the message to the players in training this week with meetings as well and the training?
No, I think it's the importance of doing things right and being consistent with the message that we give them. And a chance to respond after last week. We were bitterly disappointed to lose the game, of course, but look at the reasons why, and put them right this week, and had a real positive week. So yeah, looking forward to the game. In terms of a little bit of rivalry there, if you want, but it's a game with 3 points on the board, and that's the main message from us.
Yeah, this one doesn't usually need any more extra motivation, as you sort of alluded to there as well. But do you sort of feel like, what with the result last week, you want a bit of a reaction from the players?
Yeah, so I think whether we got a result last week or not, we want to win the game. That's first and foremost to any game we go into. Doesn't always go your way, of course, and so we're ready to if you want to put that right, if you want, but we'll be ready for it. With a team that we've got obviously a new manager in place now. So yeah, whether there be new ideas from their point of view, Strev's done a brilliant job there, and Lewis obviously being his assistant will, I'm sure, take a lot of things from Strev's, but want to implement his own ideas as well.
And if we are to sort of go there and get a win, what do we need to do really well tomorrow to be able to get 3 points against Lewis's side?
Yeah, listen, we've got to perform. Yeah, that's first and foremost. I think it's pretty obvious what you're saying. In both boxes, we've got to be better.
Yeah, no, and in terms of the football, it can change so quickly, can't it? As well, you're looking forward to sort of going out there and trying to lift the spirit around the club.
No, I don't. I think the spirit's fine. If you come to the training ground every day, the spirit's very good. I don't know, I don't get that feel from within. Everyone's pulling the same direction at the club, and we want to win football matches because it gets points on the board and gets you up the table. That's always been the case and always will be the case.
Cheers, thank you.
Kevin, this week, what has the response been like from the players? I know how well they bounce back from things. Actually, more of the same.
Yeah, this is a positive week in training. Yeah, listen, I think that's where we are at a club. There's a reaction to stuff, of course, but we don't want to lose games. We hadn't lost since the start of December, I believe, since York. So we've got to keep improving where we need to improve. Keep doing what we've done well in them games that we've won previous to that. So being consistent with your message, I think, is the main thing, and not overreacting to stuff, and performing when you go on the pitch.
We talked about in the post-match set pieces as well. When it comes to working on that in training, has it just been a case of just tinkering things you're working on, or just bringing? Yeah, I'll just leave it then. Don't know where I was going.
No, that's all right. That's fine. No, listen. Of course, I think every team looks at them. It's sometimes you go through periods where certain things happen. Other teams can see goals different ways. We've been very good at them. For a large periods of my time here, it's just sometimes it goes that way.
On Dagenham and Redbridge as well, obviously they're coming in after quite a bit of rest. The last game was that FA Cup game, and of course new management as well. So a little bit of an air on it, unpredictability about what they might bring, but where do you think those strange areas will be?
Well, yeah, they played midweek against West Ham in the National League Cup. Yeah, but as you say, they had game called off as well, and so yeah, we knew they played midweek, and we've played enough games with the players they've got, and to know where their threats are, and they've got some good attacking players, and Pereira and Josh Reese is a goal threat, of course. So we know that, yeah, and it's something we've looked at, but we also got to get ourselves right and perform ourselves.
So with that National League Cup game in mind, it's a case of stopping momentum for them.
Yeah, listen, I think they'll have wanted that game, of course, and I think with the National League Cup games, they'll want people coming through unscathed, and obviously beat West Ham, which have some good players as well. So I'm sure they'll be pleased with that.
Definitely. If I remember, of course, right, Dagenham and Redbridge away back in 2021. That was your first game in charge of Southend. I just wonder what your memories are of that day.
Yeah, I think Dagenham were in a good place in terms of going for promotion at the time with a real strong squad. I think the likes of probably Paul McCallum, Josh Walker in the team then, for them, we were hugely different to what we are now. And I think it was just a case of, I think we lacked some legs and energy in the team, and you could feel us gassing out a bit in getting to 60 minutes, and ultimately a disappointing result. So yeah, a lot gone on between then and now. And looking forward to a brighter future for us.
Yeah, I was curious to ask. Obviously, if you were to ask somebody they felt that the club, obviously a lot's happened in that time, but from that first game to today, how would you hope people would say maybe Southend have developed over that time?
It's hard to quantify because if you go league position, people go, oh, well, there's a huge amount. First of all, you've got a football club, which you wouldn't have had if it wasn't for a lot of things that have gone on behind the scenes with the staff, incredible staff at the football club, incredible players who stood by the club, the new ownership now coming in. So there's so much gone on that's, when you just look from the outside, you probably don't see everything, and you don't see the good work going on behind the scenes of everyone as well. So what you've got is, new owners in who want the best for the football club. You've got staff who work incredibly hard for the football club. We've got an incredible fan base who travel everywhere and turn up in great numbers. So there's a lot of positives to come from this football club. And, we're all working hard, we're all pulling in the same direction and to achieve success for the football club.
I asked Nathan this question before as well. See, you look at every game, excitement for every game, but when you see Dagenham and Redbridge away, is that just a little bit extra? It's like, yeah, ready. Yeah,
not for me. I don't think it's a huge, in terms of derby game, etc. like that. We want to win the game. We want to get points on the board, and whoever we're playing this weekend, that'd be the case.
And we learned today, obviously, the FC Halifax Town game, they'll be scheduled to mid-February. It means a lot of games in February, but I suppose having missed out a bit of action in January as well, I suppose you feel it's good to have that sort of wave of a lot of games coming.
Yeah, listen, I think most years stuff like this happen with a couple of games always been postponed, and I think when people progress in the trophy as well, it backs up some of the games, and it's pretty normal at this stage of the season in terms of postponements, etc. So listen, we'll be ready for them and we'll deal with them when they come. But with Tuesday nights at Roots Hall, they've been generally night games have been good for us, so we look forward to them.